Okay, guys, so this week in word work, in our English lesson, we're going to look at more adverbs. Now, remember, adverbs describe verbs. So, verbs are action words, and what we can do is we can describe how that action takes place. Now, today is tricky because what we're going to do is we're going to look at words that are what we call exceptions to the rule. Now, there's always a rule with spellings, but we're going to look at some that don't fit that rule, and they're what we call the odd ones out. So, the first word is like holy, the whole pizza. Daily, shyly. Now, all of these words end in ly, okay, because they're adverbs. Usually, adverbs end in ly. But we're going to look at why they don't fit the rules. Okay, so here's this week's spellings. We have the word truly, we have the word duly, holy, fully, daily, publicly, dryly, slyly, shyly, coyly. So what do they all have in common? They all end in ly, and they describe how an action takes place. But let's have a look at why they're the odd ones out. Why do they not fit the usual rules? Most words that end in an E keep the E and we add ly. So let's look at some examples. We have like the word nice, we keep the E and we add ly. We have the word rare and we keep the E and we add ly. And you can see that all of these words keep the E and add ly. So let's look at some of the words that are exceptions. They're the odd ones out. So we have the word due and it becomes duly. But this time we don't keep the E, we get rid of it. So this is why it's an odd one out. We have the word whole, the whole pizza, but look, we get rid of the E and we add ly. The word true, we get rid of the E and we add ly. So these, for this week, are the odd ones out. Usually, when a word ends in Y, like the word busy or angry or cheeky, what we do is we get rid of the Y and we add an I. So angry, we've got rid of the Y and we add ILY. Happy, we've got rid of the Y and we add ILY. So let's take a look at this week's odd ones out. Coy becomes coyly, but we keep the Y. Sly becomes slyly, and we keep that Y. Shy becomes shyly, to say something shyly, but we don't get rid of the Y this time. We don't make it an I, we keep it. So these are the odd ones out. Okay, so we've got the word truly, duly, wholly, fully, daily, publicly, dryly, slyly, shyly, and coyly. So now let's look at what these words mean. So on this side, I've given you the word, I've told you what it means, and an example. And then synonyms are other words that mean the same. Okay, so truly, to mean something. I truly miss you. You could say, I honestly miss you, or I sincerely miss you. And it means to mean something really heartfelt. Duly, to mean or do something properly. He knew he was wrong, so he duly apologized. And you can see that what this means is he appropriately or he correctly apologized because he meant it and he did it properly. When you are completely involved in something, he was wholly sorry for his actions. He was entirely sorry or completely sorry. Fully means I fully understand the situation. It means that you completely understand. If you fully, believe in something, it means you believe it entirely. And then daily, something that occurs every day. I perform yoga daily. and it just means every day. Now that's one that we should know. But I want you to kind of pause the video now, and I want you to just look through these and think about these examples, because your task is going to be similar to this. Make sure you understand what these words mean. Okay, let's look at a few more. Publicly. Publicly means to do something in front of a lot of people. The Queen announced publicly that she was going to give everyone an extra day holiday. If you use the word dryly, that doesn't mean to be dry and not wet. It means to say something in a serious way. I shivered a little and dryly advised him not to be so silly. It means you seriously say something in a serious way. Slyly, to do something a little bit naughty. She slyly snuck out of her bedroom to raid the fridge at night time. It means sneaky. It means mischievous. If you do something slyly, you don't want to get caught. If you do something shyly, it means to do something nervously, and it might make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. She stared at the man from across the cafe and smiled at him shyly. It means embarrassed. It means bashful. It means timid. And then coyly means to do something without boasting. Okay, so if people boast or they kind of show off, coyly is the opposite. And it means people that kind of are humble, so people that don't boast or don't show off. He spoke coyly about his new starring role in the action film. Okay, so today's activity, you have the word search. I would like you to complete that. And then you have a sentence and a choice of words. Now, this is going to be tricky, but you need to make sure you choose the right word. I waved at her shyly and then gave her a smile. I waved at her daily and then gave her a smile. I waved at her publicly and gave her a smile. So which word fits? You need to write the word using a text box or with the pen tool. I don't mind which. So think about it, and you can always go back to these examples to help you out, because I've given you those in the student template.